This is going to be a simple tutorial on how to color in your old photographs. All you have to do is scan them into your computer. You could even take an image of the old photograph with a camera, and you're able to color in Photoshop. Some people do it really well, and you can actually make old-fashioned photographs actually look like they were printed in color. And so what we've got is our background layer. That's going to be our image we brought in, but we don't want to do any destructive editing or coloring on here. So you're going to add a layer for, I'm just going to do for every color. So let's say this one's the hair. Let's say this one's the skirt. Maybe let's do eyes. I'll just do a couple just to show you how this is done. So I'm going to zoom up, and I think this isn't the highest res. It's not, but that's going to be okay for our purposes. So I've got my brush tool, and I am going to select a brown color for her hair. Let's see. And I'm going to have kind of a soft brush. I don't want it completely hard because otherwise the edges are going to look funny. So if you just do a little, maybe 60%, that would work pretty well. And then I'm going to bring my brush size down. Oops. Bring my brush size down a little bit. And then if you just paint in here. So of course right now it's going to look really funny. You're going to be like, whoa, that's not, that's just painting paint right over the top of her hair. So we haven't done the most important step yet, but let me just color this. We can go back in and edit too if this looks weird. Or if it needs to be a little bit more transparent in a spot. I think this is like a headband in her hair. Let's see, it looks like there's a little bit right there. Okay. And then what we want to do is go to your layers panel. You're always going to want the layers panel up when you're using Photoshop. And so right here, this is going to be your blending mode. So blending modes, excuse me. So this is going to say normal right now. Literally, it means my paintbrush is whatever settings I put to up here, that's what it's going to show up as. But I'm going to change how that's blending with the layer that it is previously. And so you can do, there's two possibilities. One is color. And so it looks really funny right now, but what you want to do is bring down the opacity of it down a little bit. That's one solution you can use, but also you could just, let's see, overlay actually worked pretty well. And so that actually shows a bit darker. That makes your hair appear a little bit more real, if you will. It doesn't look so pasted on. And so I like to use overlay quite a lot. So maybe just touch in some stuff. Actually, let's do a layer for her skin so you can see what that looks like. So I'll just say face, and let's see, I am going to choose kind of a brown color. Okay, this might take a little bit of tweaking, especially around the edges here, because where the skin color and the hair color meet, it has a potentiality of looking a little off. I'm just going to right now color right over her lips and nose. Draw around her eyes. And you can always go back and fix this stuff later. They're all on separate layers, and so you're able to edit them. That's the whole point of putting different layers in Photoshop. And if you're not familiar with it, you make a new layer by either clicking this little new layer button at the bottom of the layers panel, or I think there's another command like Command N or something like that. I never actually learned that one, but it'd be useful if you did. Shortcuts make Photoshop so much quicker to use. I especially use shortcuts when I'm switching between tools, and that really speeds up the process. Can't tell if that's hair or skin. Well, it's not a big deal. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing, well, let's try color first, and then bring down the opacity quite a lot. And so you can see what that looks like. That actually already looks okay. And then you can see doing these using either the color blending mode or the overlay blending mode, and then messing with the opacity, you can get these old photographs to look colored. It's kind of a cool effect. I've actually done this for old photographs of my grandma, and it'd be great gifts as well to give to people because they'd be really surprised. But that's how you color old photographs. Thanks for listening.